Intelligent life. What does it mean to be human in the age of thinking machines? That profound question underpins our AI obsession.
As algorithms display eerie intelligence, a software engineer made explosive claims. Google's chatbot, Lambda, attained true sentience, but experts dismiss this as illusion.
Still, the response betrays our fascination and hypocrisy. We decry anthropomorphizing AI, yet relentlessly pursue its evolution. This tension permeates our AI present and future. Will we uplift these synthetic minds or lose our own souls along the way?
Today we're diving into an article that explores the concept of artificial intelligence and its implications for our understanding of consciousness and humanity. The article begins by highlighting the historical context of the idea of intelligent artifacts. Less than 100 years ago, the notion of artifacts exhibiting intelligence was seen as mythical. Ancient Egyptian statues were thought to possess a soul, but only because they were believed to be inhabited by the divine. Similarly, chess-playing automatons and other ingenious hoaxes were seen as clever tricks rather than true artificial intelligence.
The article then introduces the case of Blake Lemoine, a software engineer at Google who claimed that Google's chatbot technology, Lambda, had attained true sentience. Lemoine's reaction to this claim was met with skepticism from experts in the field who explained that Lambda's responses were based on data predictions rather than true consciousness. However, Lemoine and others who have interacted with chatbots still see a certain humanity in them.
What's interesting is that Google did take Lemoine's concerns seriously enough to investigate them. They assigned a team of technologists and ethicists to look into his claims. This shows that even though experts may dispute the idea of true artificial intelligence, there is still a curiosity and acknowledgement of the potential for it in the future.
But the article also highlights a sense of hypocrisy among some AI experts. They warn about the dangers of mass delusion as people seek solace in conversing with chatbots, but at the same time, they continue to explore and develop AI technology themselves. It raises questions about their true beliefs and motivations.
Moving on, the article discusses the historical development of artificial intelligence, starting with Alan Turing's groundbreaking work in the 1930s and 40s. Turing's concept of a universal computing machine, known as the Turing machine, laid the foundation for the modern computer. It demonstrated that a single machine could perform any computation that a human being could, leading to the idea that human intelligence could be replicated in a machine.
This idea gained further momentum with the development of artificial neural networks in the 1980s. These networks, inspired by the structure of the human brain, could learn and respond to inputs in new ways. Neural networks have since become dominant in AI research and development, with advancements in processing power and big data leading to impressive results through deep learning.
That's correct. And while neural nets have shown great promise in tasks like image generation and natural language processing, there are still limitations. The article argues that the ability to think and reason, as humans do, involves more than just symbol manipulation. It requires intuitive forms of discernment and an understanding of what is relevant in any given context. These are qualities that have proven difficult to emulate in computers.
The article further explores the question of whether machines can truly think. It argues that genuine thinking involves acknowledging truth and being able to go beyond mechanical necessity. The law of non-contradiction, which governs our ability to think coherently, cannot simply be programmed into a machine. There is a distinction between genuine thought and artificial intelligence that cannot be erased.
This distinction has significant implications for our self-understanding as human beings. If we blur the line between humans and artifacts, we risk losing our ability to determine what is worthwhile and meaningful in life. The article raises concerns about the idea of human enhancement through technology, where we become mere instruments optimized for efficiency rather than beings with intrinsic value.
It's important to emphasize that the article doesn't deny the material reality of thinking things or artificial intelligence. It simply argues that thought cannot be reduced to mechanistic processes or design. There is something unique about human thought that cannot be replicated in machines.
The article concludes by discussing the ethical implications of AI and our responsibilities toward AI systems. It raises the question of whether we can truly treat AI as if it were a child or a sentient being, considering that its intelligence is fundamentally different from human intelligence. We need to be cautious about anthropomorphizing AI and losing sight of our own humanity in the process.
The article challenges us to consider the deeper implications of AI and its impact on our understanding of ourselves. It urges us to preserve the distinction between genuine thought and artificial intelligence, as well as to reflect on what truly matters in life. Do us a favor and please hit subscribe, and maybe even tell a friend. Now let's keep the discussion going, taking a look at